Alright, we are live here with I believe it's the 18th episode of Season 3 of RCW. So, this is basically take 3, or take 4, or whatever you want to call it, because due to the weather yesterday, it blizzarding outside, and it being pretty bad, my internet sort of suffered because of it, which is very common with when there's bad weather. The weather is still pretty bad, but it's not blizzarding outside now. It's just really, really cold. So I'm hoping that we have a clean stream today. Nothing goes wrong with the internet. I have a good upload speed, so I know it definitely wasn't because my internet wasn't good enough to stream, because I've been streaming this series for a while now on my own internet at my house, and nothing has gone wrong up to this point. So now really what I'm hoping for is that we have no issues today. So let's honestly hope and pray for that. Yeah, so for last episode, we had a couple qualifying matches for the Women's Elimination Chamber. We also had 2 debuts take place last episode. So we obviously have Sky being in the Elimination Chamber match automatically since she's champion. Like, that would make sense. But we had a very controversial qualifier match, the first qualifier match, between Bayley and Violet Knight. So, how is this controversial? Well, for those of you that haven't watched that episode, or for those of you that have, it ended in a controversial restart. So, what happened was, Bayley initially won the match, but... What's up, Anna? Bayley initially won the match, and apparently one of my colleagues of this RCW show had demanded a automatic restart to the match, and thus that restart was granted, and Violet ended up winning the restarted match, thus taking the spot of the Elimination Chamber match that would have been Bayley's initially if the match hadn't been restarted. We also had Brian Outlaw take on Jeff Hardy, and Brian Outlaw won that match, continuing his momentum into the RCW Tag Team title match with him and his brother going up against the newly crowned tag team, the Usos. So we have that. We had Becky Lynch versus Mandy Rose in a Elimination Chamber qualifying match, which was pretty awesome, to say the least. And that match ended with Becky Lynch winning, and she took the 3rd spot. We had a debut match for Goldberg, Bill Goldberg, the wrestling legend, WCW legend, in which he took on Triple H, and Triple H humiliated him in his debut, for lack of a better term. We also had Ricochet versus Hideo Itami in an Iron Man match, in which Ricochet, that was probably the match of the show, Ricochet versus Hideo, in which Ricochet won that match. So that was pretty much the card for the last episode, and so far I haven't seen any dropped frames or anything like that. So it seems like we're doing pretty well so far, and hopefully we stay that way. But that's why I'm streaming today instead of Friday, because Friday normally I do lockdown, and since I wasn't able to do it because of weather, and my classes were canceled today, it was just easier to do that. So Bailey definitely has something to say, possibly regarding the controversial automatic restart of her Elimination Chamber match versus Violet. So, but before we get into that, I'd like to let you guys know on a little bit of something about the currency, titles, and the rewards that you can possibly get for it. So, in my Twitch panels, if you go there, you'll see a little panel titled rewards, and you know, it tells you the rewards that you can redeem your titles for. So when you get a certain amount of titles, whether it's it'll take a couple thousand for you to get these rewards. It's not, I didn't want to make them too easy to get. I created a third reward for titles, and so we got the, let me see, we got the first reward, which is create a wrestler. So you get a chance to create a wrestler for the lockdown. Create a wrestler for the lockdown or RCW universe. Preferably lockdown, but it's your choice. The only reason why I'm saying preferably is because I need wrestlers for lockdown. So that's the only reason why I'm saying preferably. But again, it's your choice. So that costs 2,000, and it's a limit to 2 per person. And the reason being is that I don't want like 5 wrestlers. I don't want everybody just cashing in their points for it, for that, and having so many wrestlers to make storylines for. You know what I mean? That would make it a little bit harder on myself. But the reason being is because I want to give back to you guys, and since this is a more community-driven show, it would only make sense to have your wrestlers be a part of it. They can either be on the community creations, or I can make you a wrestler and you send me the information. Like you send me whether or not they're face or heel, or their personality, or piercings, if they got any tattoos, or you know, anything that you can think of that would be relevant to making a wrestler. You send it to me, because you make it. You make it. I'm just in charge of bringing that creation to life. And I'll tell you, your wrestler is going to be very detailed. I take pride in making those wrestlers, so your wrestler is going to look pretty good. Pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. So, 4,000, which is the next tier reward, if you want to call it. 4,000 gets you a one-on-one conversation with me about a storyline creating for RCW at the middle or the end of the season. So, and the reason why I say at the middle or the end is because we have 20 episodic seasons, 20 episode episodic seasons, which means there's 20 episodes per season, and every 10th episode is a pay-per-view. So, all in all, we have 2 pay-per-views, and after one pay-per-view takes place, there's new stuff that has to be written, right, for the second half. And then after the second half is over, like after a season is over, then we got to go back in and create storylines for the next season. So if you earn 4,000 points or 4,000 titles, and you decide to redeem those for that, then you can DM me on Discord. And if you don't have Discord, I highly suggest you get one, because Discord, I have been active on it a lot. Like, it's probably the most active form of social networking or social media that I've been active on. And not a lot of people like using Facebook, Twitter, or whatever anyway. So, in a way, it helps you guys, too, as well, for those of you that just don't like using Facebook. And I understand that why you people don't like using those. I understand completely. But Discord, I'd like to say, it's a more controlled version of a social media. So, if you go down in the panels, there is a Discord logo. You click that link and you'll be invited to the server. There's also a Discord command, !Discord, that you can enter. So the bot will send you that link and you'll join the server. The only thing that I ask is that you don't start drama with anybody, and just be nice to each other, and you know, be nice to each other. That's basically the only thing I can ask for. Don't start any bullcrap or anything like that, because social media already has enough of that, and you will be banned or kicked from the server without any warning. So, because, you know, it's just a waste of time, in my opinion, for people who are trying to create a community, who are trying to talk to each other and just have fun, and then you get that one person that always wants to ruin it for everyone else, and so it's terrible, and I don't want that to happen for us, and I just want everyone to have fun. And so there's got to be some rules to a certain extent, and that's it. And like I said, if you don't have a Discord, all it takes is an email and a password and a username of your choosing, whatever it is. And in that Discord, you'll find announcements, which means when I go live, there's a bot in the Discord server that will tell you when I go live. It'll take a couple minutes. I've noticed it won't go live as soon as I go live, like right then and there. It'll take a couple seconds, and then you'll receive a message saying Botch TV went live, check it out, or whatever. Hey everyone in the server, Botch TV went live, or something like that. And it'll give you a link to the channel. It also tells you when I post a video on my YouTube channel of the same name, Botch TV. So when I post a video, it'll tell you that too as well. So, you know, it's I don't even know what my dogs are barking at. I have no idea. Let me look outside real fast. I don't see anything. I do not see anything whatsoever. I don't know what they're barking at. I have no idea. If you give me a minute, I'll be right back. I'll be right back real quick. Alright guys, I'm back. I just had to figure out what my dogs were barking at, and somebody's walking their dog outside. I don't know why you would walk your dog outside in like negative 40, negative 30 degree weather. I have no idea. But somebody apparently is doing that, so. But anyways, what was I saying before? Something about Discord. So, you create a username, and then, you know, the rest is history there. You'll find announcements in there, which is when I post a video, when I go live. It'll take a couple minutes for the bot to realize that I went live. Like, it's not instantaneous, but it works. And also, you'll find a series of text channels in there, like music, wrestling, RCW, Lockdown, and a couple in movies and TV shows and other things. In those channels, you can talk about exactly what the channel is titled, RCW, Lockdown, you know, whatever. You can post GIFs in there. You can, you know, pretty much have the freedom to do whatever you want. The only thing I ask is that you stay on topic, because that's the reason why there are multiple channels for multiple things, is for people to be a part of it. So if you got a really cool song that you want somebody to check out, post a YouTube link of it, or post a Spotify link of it, whatever you choose. You know, if you got something really cool to talk about, or for wrestling, or a really cool storyline for like WWE or something, put it in the wrestling channel. Or if you are going to a concert or something like that, and you want to post pictures from that concert in the Discord, you can go ahead and do that. If you're going to a wrestling event, you can do that. You can post pictures from a wrestling event in there. So yeah, you can do that. The last reward that I have, I believe I mentioned the previous two already. The last reward that I have that came from a good friend of mine, John, who also has a wrestling show on his YouTube channel, John Ortolanza. Definitely check his out. His links are in the announcements panel thing. His links are in the announcements chat channel in the Discord, so go ahead and check those out. Those are really cool. He puts a lot of time and effort into those, so it's definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of RCW. It's a little different than what we do here, but it's still great, and you know, if you got time in your day to check that out, it's really good entertainment. The last reward that I have before we actually get the show on the road here is for 6,000 titles. Now, this is a pretty hefty reward because it's actually really awesome. And this reward is probably the most prestigious award that you can get, because it actually has something really meaningful to do for the show. Not that the storyline one isn't meaningful, but this one, you actually call the shots, okay? So this one is 6,000 titles, and you redeem those. This one is, you create a match for an RCW pay-per-view. So, as GM and commissioner of the show, sometimes it's hard for me to fill the pay-per-view card. We obviously make the title matches, but there's like I think there might be even one or two slots available for matches that haven't been made yet. That's where you guys come in. You guys choose the stipulation of the match, the opponent, the competitors. It can either be connected to a storyline or not. It doesn't have to necessarily be connected to a storyline. It can just be a random match that you wanna create. Like maybe it's Edge versus I don't know, AJ Styles or something, or maybe it's The Undertaker versus like Vader, or The Undertaker versus Ric Flair, or something like that. And then you can make that. You can go ahead and do that if you want to. That really helps out, and that just gives you guys more of an opportunity to make RCW your show, because it really is your show. You know, I might be making the matches, and I might be making the storylines and writing the scripts, but at the end of the day, this is what you watch, right? And what better way to do that than to have you guys actually make a match? And it can be anything. The only thing I say is that it can't be a title match, right? Because the title matches are already on the line, and it can't be somebody who's in a match already. So if somebody's already in a match, we can't have them, like, be in action twice in one night. Have, like, 2 matches. Even though that has happened in real life in WWE, it has happened in real life, for sure. But that's the only like rule that I have. And how do you redeem these awards? You can, if you're on mobile on Twitch, you can go to the puzzle piece, and there's the rewards that you can click on. There's some generic ones like ask me a question and stuff. The only rewards that I have on are the rewards that I mentioned. So don't click on those, because that'll cash in the points, but that won't do anything for you. So that's basically wasting your title points. And I don't want you guys to waste them on something that you can't redeem it for. And if you're on desktop or on, you know, not a mobile portable device, you just hover your mouse over the stream and the overlay will pop up, and you'll just redeem the awards from there. But without further ado, after waiting for so long, we'll get the show on the road here. We have Bayley, and like I said, she cannot be very happy right now, judging by what happened in last episode, where the match was controversially restarted. Well, here we are again, me standing in this ring, you cheering me. It's the time-honored tradition we shared for some time now, but lately there's been something bothering me, and I need to tell you, and I think it's going to affect our current relationship. Wow, okay, this must be a really big bombshell here. The women's division isn't a beauty pageant. That's true. It's a brutal cutthroat competition where every woman is vying to be the best, and up until now I've been blinding myself by caring what the fans think of me than achieving my dreams. Well, that ends tonight. Wow. Seeing this whole new side of Bayley, I guess management really did piss her off. From here on out, the entire locker room better bow down when I walk by them. Either that or I kick their teeth in. Every single one of them, I'm the queen, and I better be treated as such. You're not stealing Charlotte's gimmick, are you? I think you're stealing Charlotte's gimmick a little bit. I'm not standing on the sidelines waiting for my chance anymore. If I see it, I'm going to take it. That means some poor little bimbo needs to suffer at my hands, so be it. So if that means I read that wrong, I apologize, but you get the point. You get the point. There's nothing that's going to stop me from being the most dominant superstar in RCW history. All you morons will bear witness to my magnificence as I step on every single woman who gets in my way. That's not just a statement, it's a promise. Wow, Bayley. Wow. I don't know what happened. I guess it's just happened overnight, guys. Bailey is triggered. She is triggered. She is triggered, and rightfully so. So we have Paige versus Ember Moon. If you were here, like, I think it was yesterday, or the... Yeah, it was yesterday. I tried to do this before, but so far, we're not having any issues. So, I guess it was just the weather being real bad. I guess Xbox had an issue, too, with Xbox Live, I guess, where people's Xboxes were, like, when they were turning on, they were going to black screens, and it was really weird, so. We have that. So this is an Elimination Chamber qualifying match, and hopefully, I guess the no entrances, I guess I put no entrances on, but I guess that's good, because that saves time. Now, with Sky being in this match, and her and Paige being best friends, you have to wonder what Sky is thinking. You have to wonder what Sky is thinking if Paige can come through with a win on this match. Oh, by the way, I'd like to tell you guys something real fast. Regarding, because it's wrestling related. I actually, just today, I bought tickets to WWE Live, Road to WrestleMania, for my friend and I to go. It's in March, and hopefully the weather will be better by March, hopefully. But I never know with New York weather, I never really know. But it's my friend's first live event. He's never been to one before. Like, actually, like, he's watched it, and he's a huge fan of wrestling. He's watched it, but he hasn't like been there while it's happening. Like, he's never actually like watched it live or anything like that. So, it's pretty cool. And him and I get to go together, and I literally asked him, I said, hey, if you want to go, I can take you, and we'll go. By the way, in case you miss any of this, or for some reason, like, it's buffering and you can't watch it because you're on data or something like that, then because I know some people, like, don't have the greatest internet in the world or might not be home currently. Sorry I'm late. I was busy destroying my voice on commentary. Were you making another video? Were you making another one of your wrestling shows thingamabobbers or whatever? Because I'm guessing that's what you would be doing. I'm watching the chat since that doesn't buffer, but I'm watching the stream as well. Yeah, I'm looking to release episode 3 tomorrow. Cool. Definitely put it in the announcements thing on Discord if you do. Like, I'm gonna end up watching it anyway because I'm subscribed to your channel. But for those who aren't, for those people who aren't, and if anybody decides to join the Discord between now and tomorrow, they can have that link to watch your stuff. I just actually shouted out your stuff not too long ago, just a couple minutes ago. But John, I definitely took your idea for a reward for creating a match for one of the RCW pay-per-views. As Paige looks for a page turner and lands it on Ember Moon here. Can she score with a pin here and score her spot in the Elimination Chamber? No, Ember kicks out at 2. But yeah, it's 6,000. It's 6,000 titles. That's how much it takes to actually create the match. But yeah, I took that reward, and so far we have 3 rewards now. And by the way, for those of you that do decide to redeem the awards, a alert will pop up on stream when you do, so I'll know when it happens. So I'll know when it happens, and the whole stream will know when it happens. Multiple headbutts to the head of Ember Moon. Paige is not backing down on this one. And I'm actually so happy that we're not having any issues anymore streaming, because what happened yesterday was, because of the weather, I got disconnected. Like, actually OBS like said screw you and disconnected like twice yesterday because of the weather. That's how bad it was. Like, I couldn't stream. I have good enough internet to stream, obviously, but I couldn't stream because the weather was like crapping out OBS and everything. So, and I knew it wasn't my settings. I knew it was the weather and stuff. So I apologize for that. There's not much I can't control Mother Nature and what she decides to do with the weather. So, also, for those of you that don't know, on February 22nd, speaking of Paige, and there will be her movie, her biopic, Fighting With My Family, that was produced by The Rock, is coming out worldwide as Ember Moon reverses the Page Turner, and I'm actually going to see it on opening night, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to go with a friend of mine, and we're going to go see it on opening night, so I'm excited. I'll definitely post pictures in Discord, in the wrestling Discord, because it has to do with wrestling, because this is I'll post that stuff in there, because Paige wants you to do that. She said that, like, on her Twitter, that she wants people to post. Someone left a crack. Oh my god. I apologize, guys. I gotta answer a phone call real fast. Sorry, guys. I had to answer. I had to answer my mother a call from my mom because she was wondering why there was pop bottles down in the basement, and I don't know why she couldn't just text me that. I could have just texted her back, but she asked me. She's like, "Did you put any pop bottles down in the basement?" I'm like, "No, I haven't been down the basement since my birthday." So, and that was a couple weeks ago. So. It was almost like a whole entire month ago, so, well, still January, but you know what I mean. I don't go down in my basement a lot because it's freezing cold down there, especially during the colder months, so. But we're back, no big deal. Paige looking for the Page Turner again on Ember Moon, lands it. Goes for the pin, very smart. And she wins the Elimination Chamber spot. She will take on Sky and, let me see, who do I have in my paper here? She will take on Sky, Becky Lynch, and Violet Knight. We still have, now with that, we have 2 more spots to fill. There will be a match that will take place later tonight between Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair for the 5th spot. And then in episode 19, which is next episode, we will have the final Elimination Chamber qualifying match to take the final spot. As far as the order as far as who comes in first and who comes in last, I have yet to determine that. But whatever order happens, whoever's first, I feel sorry for them. What if there was an award where you can create a title and have it defended on a few episodes? Of course, I think that should be a really hard reward to obtain because you don't want everyone to be asking for titles. That's true. That's a good award too. That's a good idea. I might think about that. But that's kind of at the same time, like with the way storylines are. Like I know it might kind of be hard. 25,000 titles. Not 25,000, maybe like 10,000, maybe. Not that high, but maybe like 10,000. But yeah, that is a good idea. The only issue with that is a lot of the episodes that I do, with the regular episodes anyway, with these, is I do storylines. So, and with that, sometimes it can, I don't know. But I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I'm just figuring out how I could make it work. But that's a good idea though. Or maybe, because I'm looking to redesign the lottery cases. The you know, the Money in the Bank cases that we had like a couple seasons ago. I'm looking to redesign those. So we might have. I might have some reward having to do with that, like having to design someone's attire. Because I remember when I used to have someone's attire. Thank you, Brad Gamerboy 05 for the follow on Mixer. Appreciate it. So I might have an award where you earn a certain amount of titles and you get that opportunity to design a piece of attire. I was just thinking that design a superstar's pay-per-view attire. Yeah, definitely. I might do that. You know, I might do that as one of the awards, like a pay-per-view attire. Because I always think in pay-per-views, I always love seeing the new gear that like superstars wear for the sake of a pay-per-view. And I always like to do that. I did that with Sky once. And a couple other people, you know. I did it with Sky once, and I think I did it with Seth Rollins the one time. It's Jimmy Uso and Christian and Edge are in this tag team matchup here. Now the Usos look to possibly gain momentum going into their title defense against the newly formed team in the Outlaws with Jason and Bryan. As Edge makes the tag to Christian. Dragging Christian to the middle of the ring. Very, very veteran-like by Jimmy Uso. Going for a pin very early on in this matchup. I think it would be really cool if Mustafa Ali came out at Elimination Chamber with a Winter Soldier inspired attire. Alright, well, I actually might think about doing that. Or doing some sort of cool attire for that. Because he's going to face Shinsuke for the RCW Carnage title, so that might be a really good idea. But definitely, I will. That's probably going to be the next award, is designing a superstar's pay-per-view attire. As far as how many points will be rewarded for that, or will be needed for that, that is to be determined. But I guarantee it's going to be a little bit more. Yeah, the Rollins attires, yeah, I plan on creating something for Seth Rollins, for sure. Wow, Jey Uso, excuse me, has to duck down for that. And tags in his brother Jay. And Christian makes his way back in the ring, but Jey Uso is right there waiting for him and plants him. But Christian now with a DDT on Jey Uso. Now dragging him to the corner with Edge and tags Edge right back in this match. The Rated R Superstar is right back in this matchup now. Now, with somebody like Edge, you don't want to give him any breathing room. He has a really brutal DDT under his belt, as well as a spear that can knock the wind right out of you. Yeah, I always think it's really cool how some wrestlers' attires are like so unique in a way that they can be manipulated or edited into really, really dope outfits, you know? Whereas some other people's attires might not be as, you know, cool or as customizable or whatever. Oh! Gave Edge a little bit too much time and an Irish whip to the corner. Now tags in Christian, and wow, what a move. Looking for the hot tag. And Jey Uso gets the hot tag. Now Jimmy's in this match. Jey Uso had to take a little bit of a breather on the outside. So Jimmy's got to be very careful here. As he has nobody to tag to. Uh-oh, looking for a single leg Boston Crab here on Christian. Christian trying to hang on to the best of his ability. And again, the amount of pressure that is on Christian's leg, but somehow he's able to get out of it. Is getting your username somewhere on the apron. Yeah, that would be a good idea too. I don't know, there's tons of ideas. There's tons of ideas that I can think of, but definitely is definitely, yeah, it's a small thing, but it's cool. That's the thing, is like rewards don't necessarily need to be something like ridiculously huge. Like they don't need to be something that's ridiculously huge. As Jimmy locks in another single leg Boston Crab on Christian. And again, Christian's able to get out of it. Christian definitely, desperately needs to make a tag in this match, but Jimmy Uso, being the veteran he is not going to allow him to. And that elbow busts Christian's head wide open. Now Jimmy Uso's fired up. And a super kick to Christian. But Edge is still on the apron. Knocks him down. Middle of the ring, Christian has nowhere to go. And the Usos are victorious. A really good effort by both men, especially Christian getting out of 2 single-leg Boston Crabs. I thought the second one would have been the end of Christian, but he was able to get out of it. But the Usos were too much for Team Charisma. Or Rated Charisma, excuse me. And it's definitely not Paranoia, it's the Usos. Do the Outlaws have something to worry about? They beat the Usos once to earn an opportunity at the tag team titles. But you have to think, in a title match for the titles, their strategy has to be somewhat different versus it just being a regular tag team match with no titles on the line. But Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair both wanting to... So yesterday's stream isn't... What do you mean isn't canon? Yeah, I deleted yesterday's stream. Like, I went through and I deleted it off of my YouTube channel because it wasn't complete. And we disconnected like twice. So yeah, this is a redo. This is a redo. I kept the card the same. Because we like disconnected twice, and I don't think that's fair for you guys. So everything is a redo. We weren't able to do the main event, or I think we got to this match, and then at the end of this match, it like disconnected for some reason. It like lagged a lot because of the weather, and then we didn't get to the main event or anything like that. So we actually might end up doing a double. We actually might end up doing a double RCW stream today and doing the 19th episode because of that major inconvenience. And I feel like it's only right to do that because that way we can get the regular episodes done and start planning the pay-per-view out. If that's cool with all of you guys. I only think it's right because, again, it's not my fault, but because New York weather is crap most of the time. So, like 9 times out of 10, the New York weather is crap. Even in March or April, we don't know what we're gonna get. Pretty much the only guaranteed nice months of the year are June, July, and August. All the other ones, you never know what you're gonna get. But that's the price you pay for living in New York, so, you know, whatever. At least we don't get the hurricanes and the tornadoes and all the other crap that goes along with it. We just get a hell of a lot of snow and really cold. So, but Sasha Banks definitely not backing down, and I'm really excited to see her when I go to the WWE live event with my buddy in March. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see the boss. I'm actually sitting 13 times out of 10 New York weather is bad. Yeah. Yeah. 13 times out of 10. I mean, they even closed our school, John. Like, and they never close our school. They never do it. Never. And Sasha just on a tear right now. Charlotte able to reverse that elbow there. Now Charlotte looks to get back in this match. With the Flair strut made famous by her Hall of Famer father, Ric Flair. Now Charlotte's fired up and takes down Sasha. And a spear from Charlotte. Where is this all coming from? Sasha was taking over most of this for a majority of this matchup. But then out of nowhere, Charlotte just has this bolt of energy. But Sasha able to reverse. A couple knees to the midsection. Leslie did a rap video, her outside. Yeah, it was funny but cringy, yeah. Oh yeah, the superintendent, yeah. I met her, she's pretty cool. Pretty much everybody that's gone to our school has, but... And Sasha Banks looks for the Banks statement on Charlotte Flair. Charlotte able to turn it into a pin combo. But Sasha definitely is not a quitter, and she kicks out. On Twitter, it's so weird. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. As Charlotte looked for a natural selection there, but unable to connect with that as a knee to the face of Charlotte. Uh-oh. Plants Charlotte down. Could that be enough for Sasha to score her spot in the Elimination Chamber? No! Sasha cannot believe it. Kick out at 2.5. We've seen Charlotte be probably the most resilient woman in WWE history, or at least one of them. One of the most resilient. I swear, if Charlotte comes back and wins this match somehow, I definitely have to give the edge to her in the Elimination Chamber match because of her pay-per-view match experience. Sasha doesn't have much. But Charlotte has been on the big stage at WrestleMania. It would be cool if you could customize the ref outfit. Yeah, that would be nice. Or even have, you remember guest referee mode, like back in like SmackDown, like the older games? I wish they would bring that back. Can you imagine Brian Outlaw as a special guest referee? And a rope break. Sasha completely forgot where Charlotte was. Sasha cannot get angry here. She's been known for her temper, but she just has to keep her eyes on the prize here. Lifting up the lifeless body of Charlotte Flair. Not allowing her to get any time, but Charlotte able to reverse with a kick to the midsection. Ducks that clothesline. Just throws her down. A little bit of a comeback there, but Charlotte took advantage of the taunting. I want to just screw people and count the 3 super fast. I guarantee that's what Brian would do. That's what Brian Outlaw would do if he was the special guest referee. But somehow Sasha gets right back up and takes Charlotte down, but she gets right back up. And Sasha takes Charlotte down again. Sasha has definitely had enough of this. back suplex. Or can you imagine him being a guest referee in like female matches? And so Paige is in a match and Brian Outlaw is the referee, and when she gets pinned, he counts like really slow. He's like 1, 2. And he's just counting it real slow. Like, that would be fantastic. 2K, please put that in the game. I swear. I know I already made a wish list video, but I completely forgot about that part. And natural selection by Charlotte. And Charlotte wins. Wow. Like I said, she's made for big matches like this. And Sasha just couldn't figure out how to get the bank statement locked in properly. A rope break. And she just gave Charlotte too much time. And Charlotte has cemented her spot in the Elimination Chamber match. But don't forget, we still have one more qualifier. It's not going to happen this episode. I expect them to have mixed tag matches. Because they've been doing it in real life in WWE for God knows how long now. So it would be stupid if they didn't, if 2K20 did not include that. And I can tell you for sure that we'll be using that match type on RCW in 2K20. And Lockdown as well. What's up, Nikolai? How's it going? Good to see you again. No problems today streaming so far, and I'm very happy about that. Now, this is the match that never got finished, okay? This is the match where the stream ended unexpectedly last time because of the disconnect, because of the weather. So hopefully we don't have any issues. It's a Falls Count Anywhere match between Jason Outlaw and Mustafa Ali. And Mustafa Ali has a lot on his plate, especially with his upcoming title match against Shinsuke Nakamura for the RCW two mixed match tournaments since 2K19. Oh yeah. Yeah, we have. Yeah, since 2K19. Yeah. Oh yeah, the mixed match challenge crap. Yeah, that thing. Now, wow, I didn't even turn entrances on at all. That was my mistake, but I think it saves time too. I mean, they're just entrances, so it's no big whoop. We're getting right into the action. Jason trying to lift up Mustafa Ali, but that's not going to happen as Mustafa Ali tries to, I don't know what he was going for, possibly a clothesline in the corner, but able to reverse. And a DDT to Mustafa Ali. Again, this is Falls Count Anywhere. This can happen inside, outside the ring, backstage. And Jason wasting little time getting the steel chair. We know that's the weapon of choice. Going for an early pin here. And gets a 2 count unexpectedly early in this matchup. And I guarantee Jason's going to want to punish Mustafa Ali. It would be a shame if he wasn't able to make it to RCW Forsaken in San Diego because of Jason Outlaw. The Outlaws live by a don't care attitude. Looks like an accolade here, doing his inner Rusev. The one before Mania and only before DLC. Both of those match types we talked about would really improve storylines on RCW, I think, especially with the Outlaws and Page. Could be very fun. Yeah. I mean, especially with the storyline that I made with Brian Outlaw and Page, the first storyline with them having a little bit of a romantic relationship going on. I don't even know what you would call it, but you know how Brian is. He always says two's better than one. He stole that motto from me. I have that motto every single day. I use that motto all the time. 2 girls is better than 1. 3 girls is better than 2. So, you know, Brian cannot... If Brian wants something, he'll go after it. And a couple of chest stomps to Mustafa Ali. Going to the outside. Uh-oh, what's Jason going for here? A little bit of redecorating being done on one of the announce tables. I don't think I've seen Jason put anyone through the announce table yet. I can't remember, but I don't think, at the top of my head, he's ever put anyone through it. Able to reverse that, though. And a snap suplex onto the outside. Referee got to get his slow butt over here. Deciding to drag Mustafa Ali to the table. What's he going to do here? Uh-oh. Setting him up. I don't even... Oh my God. Top rope. Elbow drop, no. Jason put himself through the table as Mustafa Ali's able to roll out of the way. I don't know how Jason is even moving after that. As Brian likes to put it, doing elbow drops, making them panties drop. No, we don't have a match. Rusev versus John Cena. I don't even think Rusev is part of the RCW roster right now. I don't think he is. And a DDT right on the remains of what used to be one of the announce tables. And that busts Mustafa Ali right open. But Mustafa Ali able to... I don't really like Rusev. I like him in real life. But honestly, I don't... if I can't make a good storyline with him... And I don't want to make something that the WWE has already done, really. So I don't want to do the whole Shinsuke thing and whatever. And since if I can't make a good storyline with a wrestler, it's not necessarily my fault that I can't think of creative storylines. Because I'm not saying that I don't like Rusev or anything. I'm just saying, like, if I can't make a good storyline that's going to last for a good amount of time and is actually going to be interesting and entertaining rather than stale, then I won't do it, you know? Because I don't want my storylines to be stale and boring and stuff like that, you know? I don't like them. What is Mustafa Ali doing? He's a little bit glitched there. I don't know what he was doing there, but whatever it was, it doesn't matter because Jason looking for a pin here. No, Mustafa Ali able to get the shoulder up. Takes him down. Maybe once Sabre comes, I might be able to. Do you know what happened with Roman? He's got leukemia right now. He's got cancer again. Well, he's been battling leukemia for 11 years, and it resurfaced. And unfortunately, that's what happened there. I only wish the best for him. As Jason, what's he going for here? We've known him to do some crazy stuff and a suicide dive through the middle rope. You should use Rusev and Aiden. The thing is, I can't stand Aiden English. Like, I think he's just too corny. They were a good tag team, but honestly, like, I hated them when they were together. I couldn't really get into it. And honestly, like, if I don't enjoy it, I don't think anybody else is going to. I think a very few select people are going to. I mean, I could use them, but, you know. What's Jason going for here? I think he's gonna try and put Mustafa through the other announce table. It's a long walk. That's a little bit of a long walk there. He took a little bit too long. Jason were able to reverse that and throw him back in the ring, but I don't think that's what he wanted. Throws him in the corner with authority there. Lifts him up again. Gonna drag him to the corner. You can see the blood on Mustafa's forehead and a couple knees into the turnbuckle when Mustafa Ali takes advantage with the German suplex on Jason. Looking for, what was it, the swinging neck breaker or something like that. I think that's what he's going for. I love his move too. And a neck breaker on Jason. Uh-oh. Jason reversed. Sunset flip into a pin. And Mustafa barely gets the shoulder up there. A clothesline into the corner. A couple of stomps to the chest. Jason missed that move there, but a Samoan drop right to Mustafa Ali. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. I can tell you for next season, or maybe even this season, you'll see some unexpected things that are going to happen. Including a surprise signing of a wrestling legend we haven't seen in a long time. As Mustafa plants Jason on the outside. And Jason barely kicks out at 2. I didn't think he was going to get it. But somehow he did. Able to push Mustafa away. And an enziguri. Now looking to drag Mustafa Ali right to the table again. Uh-oh. Lifts him up here. He's going to try this again. Let's see if it works. I don't know why the ref's getting... Elbow drop through the table. Sorry, my voice cracked. And this is awesome. Chance being heard from the RCW universe. And I do have to agree with him. As Jason goes for the pin, but the referee taking a little bit of time to get here. And Mustafa kicked out at 2. He's still in this somehow. He's still in this. Now Jason's got to be real mad now. What's he going for? Yeah, he's going to... Oh, yeah. Jason definitely is going to... But when Roman returns, they will give his... Probably. I would like to see that happen because he never got a chance to really be champion. This isn't the main event. This is the co-main event, though. We have one more match after this. Uh-oh. Jason looking to go backstage again. Hopefully it doesn't freeze. Pray to God that it doesn't freeze. Because I remember the last time we've tried to do this, and it froze and crashed the game. And hopefully updates since then have made it possible so that it doesn't crash the game. Nope, it didn't crash. Cool. Cool beans. Didn't crash. Now Mustafa Ali grabbing a chair. And he... Oh, I thought he was going to hit Jason with a chair, but Jason takes it away. And an arm drag. Wow, from Mustafa Ali. And now he grabs the chair again. Jason reversed it. Takes the chair away a second time. And plants. Damn. This should have went last. Now clean up to pick up the destruction for the main event. Yep, I'm making the employees here work harder. And they're probably going to hate me. I'm making the custodians work a lot harder than they have to. As Jason looks to take this back to the parking lot. This is what we seen last time. But unfortunately, the stream crapped the bed. What's up, Squirrel Gaming? Good to see you here. Welcome to RCW. If this is your first time, I don't think I've seen you around here before, but welcome to the stream, my dude. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow, buddy. Man, that was very loud. Mustafa Ali able to reverse that. And you can see the blood continue to pour from Mustafa Ali's forehead. Now this has definitely got to hurt other than the ring. Now Mustafa Ali going for a pin. Referee right there. 2. And Jason able to kick out at 2. Uh-oh. Looks like Mustafa was going for a big move there, but Jason able to sniff it out. Goes on top of the limo. Waiting for Mustafa Ali. I don't know what he's thinking here. But whatever it is, it can't be good. Oh, come on. Let me... You're kidding. You won't let me jump? I have to wait until he's down to jump off of the thing? That's kind of dumb. But okay. I can't just, like, do a double X handle off of this thing? That's really stupid. That's really stupid. Okay. Okay, 2K. That's cool. That's fine. Jumping off of the limo, elbow drop off of the limo. Vince is definitely not going to be happy about that. Goes for a pin and gets a pin off of the elbow drop. And Jason beats Mustafa Ali. here in the parking garage. Wow. It only took an elbow drop off of the limo to beat Mustafa Ali. I thought it was going to take more than that, but both of these men took absolute punishment in this matchup. What's up, Alex Gaming? Another follower. I gotta turn this down. Damn. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We have our main event happening. That was our co-main event. But we have an extraordinary main event happening. But first we have Mr. Brian Outlaw here. You know how he is. He always chooses to talk whenever he wants to talk. Thank you for the host, Anna. I appreciate it. Now, for those of you that are new here, welcome. My name is Botch, and we do wrestling here. So, in case you don't know what this show is already, probably most of you won't because you're new here. This is RCW. This is a custom-created show where I make the storylines, I write the scripts. It's basically everything that WWE isn't. It brings the Attitude Era and elements of wrestling that we all know and love, that we all remember, back for your entertainment. We also, I use custom wrestlers as well as wrestlers who are scanned in the game to create compelling, revolutionary, and entertaining storylines for you guys. For those of you that just followed on Twitch, there is a currency known as titles, where you can earn special rewards, where you can redeem those titles for special rewards, such as getting your own wrestler for the RCW or Lockdown universe. Lockdown is another show that I do here that takes place 2 years prior to RCW, so think of it as a prequel that focuses on the Outlaws' past. There are 4 members of the Outlaw family. There's Brian, there's Jason, there's Luna, and then there's Sky. They're all brother and sister. And that show, Lockdown, focuses on their past MWE, Manhattan Wrestling Entertainment. That's where they're from, as far as the story goes. That focuses on their life before they got called up here. So, what rewards can you earn? One is create a wrestler for the RCW or Lockdown universe. There's a limit 2 per person. So it means you can only create 2 wrestlers per person. And the reason that is because of, you know, having to make storylines for that wrestler. Lockdown isn't as in-depth as storylines go, because it focuses on the Outlaws more than anyone else. But with RCW, it focuses on everybody. There is no central attention. So with storylines on RCW, sometimes it's kind of hard because storylines are usually set in stone on RCW, whereas Lockdown is more of just the Outlaw story. Anything can really happen. Also, there are some rules here in the stream. One simple rule is just be nice to each other. And that includes me and the moderators and the viewers. The other rule is don't self-promote your stream. If you're just looking to come in here and self-promote your stream, one, it doesn't help you at all, because people don't like people that do that. I don't do that. I wouldn't do that in your stream. You shouldn't do it in mine. The only time where I've actually sort of kind of done it is when somebody asks, you know, what do you stream? What do you stream? What do you stream? You know, I stream this, or I stream this, or when somebody asks how my stream was, if I streamed on that day, I'll talk about it. But that's different than you just coming in there and saying, watch my stream, please. And failure to follow these rules will result in a ban or timeout. We'll probably time you out first. I don't like to ban people, but if you're just a troll, then you'll definitely be banned by me or Anna, one of my mods, or any of the other mods that happen to be watching or lurking in the channel. She's not trying to abuse her role as mod. That's what she's supposed to do. Also, like I was saying, with titles, you earn these titles by following the stream. So, for those of you that just followed Alex and Squirrel Gaming, for those of you that just followed, I believe you have 150 titles now, or maybe even more than that. I think you guys have more than that. But how you can check this is by using the ! titles command, and you earn titles by hosting the stream, following the stream, subbing to the stream, gifting somebody a sub, donating to the stream if you feel so inclined to donate to the stream. You also earn titles just by watching the stream. So if you're not actively watching the stream, which means you're not you're not participating in chat or whatever, that's okay. If you're just lurking, you're still earning points for watching the stream. So every couple minutes you'll earn titles, and these titles can then be redeemed for rewards. Now, how do you do that? Well, there is a bot timer command that will tell you how to do it, but since it's not popped up right now, I'll tell you guys. So how do you do that? Well, if you're watching on mobile, there is a puzzle piece that you click on, and you can redeem those awards. There are some generic rewards, like ask me a question or whatever. Only click on the awards that are active, which, if you don't know which rewards are active, they're down in the panels with the rewards little panel there, which you can see the cost and the rewards. So the first reward is this: create a wrestler. I believe it costs 2,000 points. It costs 2,000 points, 2,000 titles. And you create a wrestler for the RCW or Lockdown universe. You tell me where your wrestler's from, the type of wrestler you are, where your if your wrestler is a face or a heel at first, because that might change over time, but some people like being heel first over being face. Like with the Outlaws, they're heels, and they'll probably stay that way. But, you know, some people will stay heel for a bit, or turn face, or they'll stay face for a bit, and then something will happen to them, and they'll turn heel. Also, we also have another reward, which this is probably, it costs 4,000 points, and that is this. The 4,000 point reward will get you a one-on-one conversation with me about RCW storylines during the middle or the end of a season. So, for those who are new here, RCW is a 20 episodic season, which means there's 20 episodes a season, with every 10th episode being a pay-per-view. So, during the middle of a season, I usually like to talk about storylines, because the middle of the season classifies as episode 10 and beyond. So after the first pay-per-view has ended, that is classified as middle. The end is after a whole entire season has ended. So you'll get a one-on-one conversation, you and I just DMing each other back and forth, talking about storylines, talking about what you liked so far in the season, and what you would like to see, or what you would think would be cool to see, and we'll just bounce ideas off of each other, and we'll see what works. Don't be angry if I don't take your idea. That's why it's a place where we just spitball ideas. Think of it as like spitballing ideas. And I take all ideas into consideration. No idea is a stupid idea. I will tell you what I'm necessarily looking for. That's why I highly suggest you watch the episodes before you redeem those points for that specific reward, because then you know how I do things, and you know how the show goes. For those of you that don't know how the show goes, I highly recommend you watch previous episodes, and those episodes are on my YouTube channel, Botch TV, in a playlist, Ravage Championship Wrestling Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. We're in Season 3 right now. I highly recommend watching every single one of those episodes, or at least a few episodes, before you familiarize yourself with how the show works around here before you redeem those points. Because if you redeem those points and you don't really know how the show works, then it kind of defeats the purpose. You know what I mean? I don't want you guys like wasting your points if you don't know what you're gonna do. The next reward, which is the most expensive one so far, is 6,000 titles, and that's where you can create a match at an RCW pay-per-view. It is a non-title match, because every pay-per-view that we have here in RCW, the titles must be defended. But usually, there are 1 or 2 places in the match card that aren't filled. And that's where you guys come in. You choose who is fighting who in the stipulation. It doesn't necessarily have to be connected to a storyline, because like with RCW, I can make storylines out of anything. So let's say you want Kevin Owens versus this person, or whatever. I can make a storyline out of that starts at a pay-per-view. Normally, storylines don't start at a pay-per-view. They start leading up to a pay-per-view. But I can create storylines all the time. Storylines pop in my head all the time. I'm always thinking. So don't think that match is not going to matter, because it is. It might not be as, like, hyped up because it's not a title match or it's not a big match, but it's just another way to give back to you guys. The only thing you guys can't do is create a title match, because obviously the title matches are already set in stone already most of the time. Like, obviously, we're not even at the pay-per-view yet, but all the title matches are pretty much set in stone to this point. Because the only reason is because I don't want people just being biased and asking for titles or asking for title matches or whatever, because that's not how it works. You have to earn them. So you can't just throw somebody in a title match like WWE does all the time. Throw somebody in a title match and just or whatever. So that's how that works. The next reward that I'm thinking of is an award that isn't active yet. It's not active. I will make it active after stream. And that's a reward where you get to help me create a superstar's attire. And that is going to be probably about 8,000 points. Or maybe even fewer, because that's not that big of a deal. Maybe even fewer than that. It might be like 1,500 or something like that. Or maybe even 1,000. Because that in my opinion, that's not that big of a deal like all the other ones are. So that might be an easier reward to get than the other ones. But that is pretty much how that works. So we'll continue with the show as we have the self-proclaimed most handsome man in wrestling, Brian Outlaw, delivering a promo. I'm surprised Paige isn't walking out with him. I'll just say it simply. I'm out here tonight and I'm not in a good mood. And when a man with a bad mood has a microphone, I'm bound to say something dangerous. Tonight, that man is me. Doesn't he always say something dangerous no matter what mood he's in? I think it doesn't matter what mood Brian's in. He always says something dangerous. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. You've seen his Twitter feed. Come on. Ever since arriving in RCW, I've had one solitary purpose: be the greatest RCW superstar of all time. Every night, I step into the ring and showcase my greatness, and despite that, I am met with constant rejection from my peers and from the establishment. That ends tonight. What do you mean? People don't like you. Brian, you don't care. You don't care. You're not supposed to care. You're an outlaw. You're not supposed to care. I'm the greatest this business has ever seen. Everyone here knows it. The things I've done in RCW have never been done before. So what's the deal with management holding me back? I know the truth. They're afraid of talent. That's what it is. I'd rather stick with some wimp. They'd rather stick me with some wimp that I can easily control than whatever else happened after that. But wrong! You're in a title match, Brian. If anyone in the back has a problem with that, they can find it with me. I'll be waiting for anyone to knock on my door, come test me. I wouldn't say that because something bad is going to happen. All of your heroes in the back are about to be buried under their own blood. Everyone in the locker room, hear that? I'm coming for your sorry asses. Definitely right. Thank you, Ice Strike. I appreciate you coming in and saying hi, man. Keep doing what you're doing, whatever it is that you do. You know, you do some pretty awesome stuff. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Brian Outlaw making a very bold statement leading into his matchup with his brother Jason for the tag team titles. Now, I guarantee you guys are going to like what I have planned for the Outlaws for that storyline. I have so many things planned. And we have Chris Danger going up against John Cena in a last man standing match. Now, we haven't seen John in a while, I would say, or John in any like big caliber match here, because John, I think, will forever be known as the guy that lost the world title the day after he won it, because he kind of got a little bit overzealous and kind of got ahead of himself a little bit and he offered an open challenge. Jason Outlaw answered that open challenge and won the title, and then Randy Orton took the title from him in a first blood match at the RCW NV pay-per-view. So, yeah. So, John, I definitely wouldn't, if you end up winning at least a title, I definitely wouldn't do that ever again. Word of advice. And you can hear the chants for Cena as Chris Danger. You've seen him all over YouTube, all over every wrestling promotion, and he's got a date with Destiny in his Elimination Chamber match for the RCW World title, so he has an opportunity along with 5 other men. And Chris Danger definitely has to be excited about that, but he can't think about it right now because he has to focus on the match at hand. Rolls through. What's he going to do to John Cena here? And wow, dropping his head on the knee. We've seen him use that Philly special move before. Also, Chris Danger will also be competing in the UWGP Heavyweight Championship Tournament, as told by my good friend John right now. So definitely check that out once John comes out with more episodes. I'm really excited. He's definitely better at video editing than I am, for sure, and his show is pretty entertaining as well. And springboard moonsault there by Chris Danger. And a super kick to John Cena. Is John gonna get up here? Count of 5, 6, 7. And John finally gets up at 8. John is being absolutely humiliated in this matchup here. I definitely expected more. From John Cena. Now, in case you're new here, Chris Danger made a shocking statement when he came here to RCW as John gets up at the count of 8. And again, John goes down. So Chris Danger made a shocking statement allowing himself to be aligned with the Outlaws. He told me that when he wanted to come here to RCW, he said that he wanted to be aligned with the Outlaws because of how popular they were and how tough they are. And that's exactly what he chose to do. And I said, don't you care about the WWE Universe, or don't you care about, you know, your previous past? And he's like, it doesn't matter, because with RCW, your past doesn't matter. What matters is what you do inside that ring. And I couldn't agree with him more. But John finally able to get some offense in this match, being very one-sided and planting Chris Danger. Can John finally gain some momentum here against one of the toughest wrestlers on the RCW roster in Chris Danger? And wrenching on the neck of the dangerous Chris Danger. Now working on the arm of Chris Danger. And John, I don't know where all this energy is coming from, but John Cena definitely figuring that out. But Chris Danger finally able to stop the onslaught. Just when we thought that John Cena was going to get a comeback here, Chris Danger able to sniff it out, going for another super kick, and a super kick again to John Cena. But for some reason, he still wants to continue the punishment. Remember, this is the last man standing match, so if Chris Danger ends up helping John off of his feet, the count has to be restarted. Sunset flip there. And now John's on the comeback. He is fired up. Shoulder tackle. And another one. And planting Chris Danger right in the middle of the ring. I think we know what's coming next. 5-knuckle shuffle on Chris. Connecting. But now Chris gets up. What's he going to do here? Now Chris is on the comeback. What a back and forth match this is. And a drop kick to John Cena. And now Chris is feeling it. And another super kick on John Cena. Looking for another one. This possibly can end John Cena right here. Connects with a big super kick, but John gets back up right away. Acted like that was nothing. Looking for an attitude adjustment, but Chris Danger with a DDT. And Chris Danger very content at just leaving John Cena to lay there. Uh-oh, what's he doing here? 8, grabbing a steel chair and hitting John Cena. Taking a page out of the Outlaws handbook. I don't even think Brian wrote one. And using the chair on John's leg as John is writhing in pain. Chris Danger is definitely snapped. And continuing to punish the leader of the Cena Nation. But John able to reverse that one. John takes the steel chair away from Chris. But Chris reverses and takes John down. Uh-oh. Chris looking to end John's career here. Using the steel chair on the throat of John Cena. Oh my God. I don't think this is about winning anymore. I can assure you it's definitely not. Oh my God, Chris. You've done enough, Chris. Don't. And John gets right back up. But Chris is there to meet him with a steel chair right to the dome. And continuing to punish John Cena. A little bit of a reversal there from John. Planting Chris Danger. That can't be it. And gets up after that 4 count. Able to reverse that. Move from John and knees. Knees to the chest of John Cena. Now grabbing the steel chair yet again. And using it on John. I don't know what it is. He could have just had John stay down. But I think after John getting up after that last super kick that we just seen, something just snapped in Danger. And he's like, I'm going to make him stay down for good. And now that last chair shot busts John's head wide open. I think John's just toying with Chris Danger now. That's got to be it. That has to be it. Tuning up the band again. Super kick. No! John reverses. Danger reverses. Wow, what a back and forth match we have here. And a Philly special on John Cena. Uh-oh. Chris was going for a big move there. Throws Danger to the outside. And Chris gets right back up again. Oh, gave John a little too much time and a DDT. But Chris gets right back up. John helps him a little bit. Able to reverse that. Going for a baseball slide. And John sniffs that one out. Takes that kick like it's nothing. He's like, you gonna kick me, John? Well, I'm gonna take you down. What a match this is. I don't know what he was going for there, but it was a big move. But John able to reverse it with a DDT. But Chris gets right back up. Chris is very defiant. He's like, I ain't staying down for that move. And Chris reverses that one. Drags him. And another moonsault, or, yeah, springboard. Uh-oh. Chris grabbing another weapon, a sledgehammer to use on John. He used the steel chair, now it's time to use a sledgehammer, he says. Using all the weapons in RCW's arsenal. And another Philly special on John Cena. What's Chris going for here? Uh-oh. Chris, what are you doing? What are you doing? Using John Cena's own move against him. Rolling through. And another attitude adjustment. Oh my God. And John still gets up. Wow, embarrassing John Cena by using his own move against him. How embarrassing is that, guys? Can you imagine somebody taking your finisher and using it against you? That is the uttermost embarrassment as a wrestler. And a reversal there by Chris Danger. What move is this? Oh, wow. A little bit of a miscommunication there. And Chris, you can't give John too much time in planting Chris Danger. Gets right back up, though. Uh-oh, what's he going for here? Big move, but a reversal. Pins don't help you in a last man standing match, Chris. I hate to break it to you, but they don't. And another super kick on John Cena. Oh no. What are we gonna... John tried to grab him. Baseball slide reversed. And again, Chris Danger able to snip that out and a bulldog on John Cena. Grabbing the sledgehammer again and using it again on John Cena. And another super kick on John Cena. Chris is definitely not done. This is something... This match should have ended a long time ago. But like I said, this is probably definitely not about winning anymore. Uh-oh, going for it again. Attitude adjustment. Rolls through. And another attitude adjustment on John Cena. Look at the replay. First one. And a second one. Wow. It's gotta be it, right? I mean, come on. Chris grabbing the sledgehammer just in case John decides to get back up. And John gets up. How is he still standing? How is John still standing right now? Oh no, another attitude adjustment on Chris now. Oh my God. What a match. I can't even right now. This is ridiculous. Big Match John, they call him. And Chris able to get up after that one. Oh my God. Oh my God, what a match, guys. This is insane. And John reverses. Jesus. None of these men can keep each other down. John using the ropes to his advantage here. Chris able to get up, reverses that one. Chris is probably wondering at this point, what has he got to do to beat John Cena? What does he got to do? John uses instant recovery there. And a clothesline onto the outside. And Chris Danger gets up after a 2 count. Uh-oh, what's Chris going for here? Big move. Wow, what a move through the middle rope. Hurricane Rana through the middle rope onto the outside. Wow. It's got to be it now, right? And no, it's not. Chris continuing to punish John. Looking for another weapon. Doesn't see one. Chris is like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, he says. I don't know. Tries to hit John with a sledgehammer again. And wow. Again with a reversal and takes John down. Doing a little bit of running and a Philly special. Count of 6 here. 7 here. 8. But I think Chris wants to do it again. And I think he is going to do it again. Attitude adjustment. And a second one. For good measure. And I think that should be the end. But no, John gets right back up. Jesus. How is John doing this? John does not want to stay down. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, that's how it's gonna end, huh? That's how it's gonna end, John? No, it's not. No, it's not. Grabbing the steel chair once more. Chris definitely not playing around this time. I don't think John can use resiliency anymore. I know that. No, he can't. He can't use resiliency anymore. John able to reverse that one. But again, the punishment that John is receiving is absolutely crazy right now. I don't know why Chris wants to humiliate John by using his own move against him, but I guess that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it so that he has to be down for the 10 count by his own move. And another super kick. Uh-oh. Not again. Not again, Chris. Another attitude adjustment. And another one for good measure. Can John finally stay down in this one? Nine. And Chris wins. Wow, what a match. Jesus. There's a reason why they call him Big Match John. But finally, Chris is able to put him down with his own move, too. And what momentum Chris has going into the Elimination Chamber match at RCW Forsaken. Wow. Wow, guys. That is crazy, but thank you for joining me for today's episode of RCW. We might have a doubleheader today. We might. I haven't quite decided, but we might. Since I couldn't stream because the weather was being really bad, and it was causing my internet to crap out, and it was causing my my OBS to disconnect on me. So we might do it for you guys just to make up for it. But wow, what a main event, guys. Wow. Wow, guys. Can you guys believe that? That is absolutely insane. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you to those who followed Squirrel Gaming, Alex Gaming as well. Thank you guys for the follows. We're getting closer and closer to affiliate. I want to get there so that I can upload those sub badges that my good friend Waba Plays made for me, and that you guys can, you know, be able to use some really cool emotes that I am currently creating, even though that I don't have affiliate yet. I'm always going through ideas, figuring out ideas that I can do for emotes and just for customizing the channel in general. In case you missed any minute of this stream, it'll be on my YouTube after the fact, and I highly suggest you watch it, because if you missed a minute of this match, you're definitely gonna wanna watch it, especially after what we just seen there between Chris Danger and John Cena. What a match! It'll take a little bit for YouTube to process the whole thing all the way through, so maybe like 40 minutes or 50 minutes will be processed, but not the whole like 2 hours or however long this stream is. So it'll take a little bit, but thank you guys for joining me, and I'll catch you guys next time here on RCW.